Good afternoon students. So this is our second video of inventory control and today we will discuss inventory costs. In previous video we have seen that there are four types of inventories: your raw inventory or the raw material, the work in process inventory or the semi-finished goods, the finished inventories or the final finished product, and last inventory was your spare parts or tools which are required to maintain the machineries in working condition that produce your product. So whenever you keep all these inventories in your factory, definitely some amount of money will be invested, and also to purchase the raw material or the raw inventories, some money will be invested there also. So all this money is simply associated with inventory cost, or they are termed as inventory costs. So today we will see what are the different types of inventory costs available. Now here you can see that there are basically three types of inventory cost. The first one is your ordering cost, or it is also known as purchasing cost. Okay, we will also call ordering cost as purchasing cost. So this is our first inventory cost. Second inventory cost is the carrying cost, or we also name it as holding cost. And the third one is your miscellaneous cost, or we also term it as other cost. So let us first discuss ordering cost. Now if we go by definition, ordering cost is the cost of placing an order from a vendor. This includes all costs incurred from calling for quotation to the point at which the item is taken into stock, and generally the ordering cost is termed by the symbol C naught. Ordering cost को हम denote करने के लिए जो symbol use करते हैं, that is C naught. Now if we put it in simple words, suppose you have a factory that produces plastic containers. So the raw material for that factory will definitely be the plastic granules, and when we go in the market to purchase raw material, then there is not only single vendor, there will be a lot of vendors. So first thing that we do is we call for quotations. We send information to all the vendors to send in their quotations. So when you send this information to the vendors, definitely either you will use the internet service, so you have to pay for the internet bill, or you will send the requisition by post, so you will be paying the postage cost. So this money will come under your ordering cost. Whatever money you have invested in sending the information, that will come under ordering cost. Now suppose all the vendors have sent you the quotation, you will finalize 2 or 3 vendors. Okay, out of all the quotation that you have got, you will definitely try to meet to 2 or 3 vendors who are giving you the best offer. So you will call those vendors and try to meet them in person. There also, in the arrangement of meeting those vendors, some money will be invested. That will also go under ordering cost. Then one final vendor will be selected who will send you the raw materials. Now when the raw material is sent to you, then they will use some transportation. So that transportation cost will also go under ordering cost. Now suppose the raw material has reached your factory. Now you need some laborers who will unload the vehicle in which the raw material has come, and they will keep those raw material in the stock room. So definitely you will pay those laborers who will do this work. So that remuneration amount will also go under ordering cost. So this is what ordering cost mean. Whatever money is invested from the time you have called for quotation to the time your raw material reaches your stock room, all that money will come under your ordering cost. Okay, so if we try to draw a graph of ordering cost, on y-axis we will keep the ordering cost, and on x-axis we will keep the order quantity, how much quantity or how much unit of raw material we have ordered. Now if you try to draw a graph, you will see that as you are increasing the quantity, your ordering cost will reduce. It is but obvious. Now the vendor has to send one vehicle in which he will send you the raw material. Now if that vehicle is half filled, then too you have to pay for the transportation complete remuneration to the transporter. or if that vehicle is completely filled with the unit, then also you will pay the same price. So it is obviously advisable to order that unit, that much amount of raw material that will fill the entire vehicle. Okay, so by this we can make out that the graph that we get for ordering cost and order quantity is somewhat like this. As we keep on increasing the order quantity, our ordering cost will reduce. But yes, definitely there will be some point if beyond which we will increase the quantity, then your ordering cost will increase. Okay, so this is your ordering cost. Now let us see what is the other cost associated with inventory. The other is carrying cost, or it is also known as holding cost. Now suppose you have these inventory in your factory, the raw inventory, semi-finished good, your finished good, and the spare parts or tool. You need some space to keep these inventory. So definitely the space that in which you are keeping these inventory, either you are paying rent for that space or you have completely purchased that land. So that money will go under inventory carrying cost. The money that you have invested in purchasing the land or paying the rent, that will go under inventory carrying cost. Now in the space in which you are keeping these inventory, you need light over there, so electricity bill of that space also go under inventory cost. If you have deputed a person to take care of those inventories so that there is no theft, then the remuneration of that person will also go under inventory carrying cost. And also the taxes or the insurance that you have done for those inventory will go under carrying cost. So we can simply say that carrying cost basically includes the storage cost, the rent, lightning cost, handling cost, depreciation, taxes and insurance, cost on record keeping, and spoilage and breakage. All the money invested in these things will go under inventory cost. Okay, so let us see what type of graph we get for carrying cost. If we try to draw a graph for carrying cost, in the same way, on y-axis we have kept the carrying cost, CC. Now here also the carrying cost is denoted by CU. Ordering cost was denoted by C naught, and inventory carrying cost is denoted by CU. And this is the order quantity. Order quantity is the amount of inventory, order quantity OQ. Now if you will draw the graph, as you keep on increasing the quantity, the carrying cost will increase, because if you are keeping more and more inventory, then more and more space will be required, more person will be required. Suppose your quantity is kept in 2 rooms, so you have to depute 2 person, you have to pay the bill for lighting of 2 rooms, you have to you have to go for insurance of the all the quantity that is available in your factory. So the graph that we get for carrying cost is like this. As you keep on increasing the order quantity, your carrying cost will go on increasing. And in case of ordering cost, we have seen the graph was somewhat like this. Let me just show you the graph that we get for ordering cost. Okay, so in ordering cost, the graph that we were getting was like this. It was like this. Okay, now let us see the third cost which is associated with inventory. It is the other cost or miscellaneous cost. Miscellaneous cost are generally the capacity cost or the setup cost. When you are setting up the machinery, then some cost is invested, that will come under miscellaneous cost. Or the overstocking cost, if you will keep a lot of work in process inventory or raw material, if you will do overstocking, then some extra money will be invested. Okay, overtime payment, if your workers are working overtime, then some extra money will be given to them. So all these costs will come under the miscellaneous cost or other cost. So these are the basic costs which are associated with inventory. In the third video, we will discuss the inventory control models or the inventory models. So that's all for today. Thank you, students.